Yep, that's right, everybody. I am going to wear a beanie in this video, and I'm almost gonna wear it right. Turning Red is absolutely bonkers. I know that Pixar is known for making really weird movies, but this one is like up there. I thought a movie about two elves going on a road trip to save their dad's legs was weird enough, because that's already pretty weird. And then this movie's like, hey, we're gonna make a movie about a girl turning into a red panda that's an allegory for puberty. And then it's gonna turn into like a Godzilla movie if Godzilla had periods. And then Disney's like, okay, here's about $200 million. But is this film actually worth watching? Because the talk around this film has been very divisive for many. And I think a lot of the conversation around this film has been really weird. Especially some of the weird critics who are calling this film unapologetically horny. Guys, this is a movie about kids. We don't need another cutie situation. But the consensus around this film seems to be either it's the most relatable and best Pixar movie ever made, or it is an awkward mess that I never want to watch again. And to be honest, I think it's a little bit of both. This movie really is quite an interesting story that does tackle very big ideas, and it is incredibly well directed. But at the same time, oh, is it awkward at times? Oh, is it awkward? But I think that's on purpose, just like how I'm awkward on purpose. It's always intentional. But let's go ahead and dive into talking about Turning Red. I'm really curious. What does this film have on Rotten Tomatoes? Oh, geez. No. Oh, I looked up Turning Red, and then I had it on images earlier. And so it was like Turning Red images, and it just showed a bunch of like skin turning red. No, Google, I don't have a medical condition. Oh, it has a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. Hot dang, 78%. Yeah, I think the audience score is going to be lower than the critic score. That's what I was trying to say. Because apparently all the critics are darn horny for kids. Classic Hollywood, bunch of pedos. But anyways, Turning Red is about a girl going through puberty and finding out that she gets horny. Okay, I already don't like this very much. I'm just gonna cover the rest of my face. Oh crap, no, I can't read the script. Here, you know what I'll do? I'm just gonna put the script up in my beanie. I'm just going to put the script up here, and that way I'll be able to read it. Yeah, I can't read a thing. But this film is also about this girl learning to be herself and being original. That's why she goes to a boy band concert with millions of people. That's so original. And it's so funny, man. These boy band people, they look like glossy TikTokers. It's so funny. And they also look like the boy band from Gravity Falls.
Girl, you got me acting so cray. You tell me that you won't be my baby. We're not threatening, girl. Yeah.
But yeah, this film just gets super awkward at times. Now, I did allude to the fact that it's definitely intentional, but at the same time, it's still freaking awkward when she starts, like, drawing dudes cuddling her. It's very awkward. And once again, I alluded to the fact that the film knows that this is weird. Stop falling over. And look, I get this is like a part of growing up for a lot of people and things, but I don't care how much you relate to it, it's still pretty awkward to watch, okay? Like, just because, you know, I draw fan fiction of me and John Cena snuggling doesn't mean it wouldn't be awkward to look at it. Pixar has always been able to tackle these weird ideas and somehow make them into very compelling and digestible films for everyone. And I think that when you're tackling something like this, you need to be very careful and make sure that script is perfect, because if it's not, it's gonna be freaking weird. And I think at times this film does do a little bit much, like especially when there's an old guy who pulls out a magical sword that reflects the blood moon and then causes a magical seance with panda demons. You know, that's a lot. But then there's other times where I was like, maybe you could have even went a little bit further and explored these themes more. But overall, I think that shows that they walked the line very well. Also, the score of this film is like freaking fantastic. I loved the dumb pop song that was apparently written by Billie Eilish. But also the actual score that's like inspired by her foreign culture just adds so much life to this film, especially in the opening scenes where we're establishing everything about her. And I also appreciated how energetic this film was. As it was going, I was never getting bored. Granted, sometimes it was because I was so just weirded out by what was on screen before me, like when she has a creepy dream where a merman is swimming around and like offering his hand to her shirtless. You know, like that's weird. And I've had that dream several times too. How do I make it stop? Google, how do I make the shirtless merman stop appearing in my dreams? But now let's talk about her parents, because I love how they handle one, and I don't like how they handle another. I am so glad I didn't spill that water. So let's first start off with the mom. Now, at first, I thought she was just very generic mom who's like, oh my gosh, my kid's growing up. I never thought she was gonna do that. But the film does more than that. This film isn't just about her thinking that. As the film goes, they give her a genuine character arc, and she learns to respect her daughter, and she is a different character from when she started the film. You know, out of all movies, it is so funny to me that Turning Red is one of those films that ends with a giant monster and city destruction. You never would have expected that. But that does happen, and I loved it. And the big confrontation battle isn't just great because it's big action. No, it's so much more than that. It's great because seeing this daughter and mother clash is what the whole film has been building to. And then when the whole family comes together and goes into the panda dimension, yes, the film does get that weird. And it just fulfills their arc in such a beautiful way that I was very moved. I didn't cry, okay? But I was moved. But now let's talk about the dad, because I don't think he was handled as well. For like the first 75% of this film, he's just kind of like the bumbling, quiet dad who's like, girl stuff, I don't know what's going on. Hold on, I just thought of something really smart. Hold on. This is gonna blow his minds. Hold on. Don't click away. This is gonna blow his minds. Okay, watch this. Also, ignore the whiteboard drawing. Again, I'm filming a different video right now as well. So look, okay, you see this line? It's a straight line. Okay, watch this. Trust me, this is gonna blow your mind. Don't click away. Watch. This is gonna blow your mind. Okay. But the dad character is just kind of there to be a punchline. Frick. And the dad really gets no dialogue. But then, as we learn, the mother and the grandmother had a falling out because the mom wanted to marry this guy and the grandmother didn't approve. And it's so weird to me that they want to set up this dynamic where, like, the mom threw away everything for this guy. And then, like, throughout the film, we see repeatedly that she's kind of, like, mean to him. Like, she says she doesn't want to hang out with him at one part. And sometimes she doesn't even let him speak, which is just so weird to me because it feels like the characterization of the dad doesn't match what the dad character they want is. And this is proven by later in the film, they give the dad this really important scene where he talks to his daughter and kind of tells her to keep the panda form, which radically changes the trajectory of this film. And I was just thinking, why did they make him such a bumbling doof the first half of the film? He really needed more development and characterization. Also, side note, at one point we get this scene where a bunch of edgy teenagers start spray painting graffiti on their temple, and then like the graffiti is just the number 6, and I was like, oh wow, so evil, they spray painted 6. I mean, imagine if they spray painted 7, diabolical, am I right? Overall though, I really did enjoy this film much more than I expected, because when I heard people online calling the film unapologetically horny, I was like, that's not a good sign. But then I came out of this film actually really liking it. In fact, I liked it more than Luca because this movie was so much less generic, and it also had ambition in not just its story, but also in the themes it was tackling. But if you want to hear my thoughts on Luca, there's a card right there. So yeah, Turning Red is pretty good, but you should know that this movie is not for really young kids, okay? Despite the fluffy panda, there's also girl stuff. Ew. But man, I am just continually proud that Pixar continues to do bold and creative things in this time of unoriginality. Also, if you liked this film, please stop making it weird, okay? I've seen so many people who really like this film, and it's like they're making it weird. I mean, one of the ways they're making it weird is calling it unapologetically horny, because that's just really freaking weird. But I've also seen a lot of people going around saying things like, if you don't like this film, then you don't even like women, which isn't true, because I really liked this film and I hate women. But seriously, just stop getting mad at people who didn't like a film that you liked. It's okay. Calm down. So this has been my review of Turning Red. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a like and maybe subscribe for more funny videos about movies and TV shows. That's about all though. I'll see ya.